When it comes to selling on Amazon, there's a lot of money to be made, but you might be wondering, what types of products should I start selling? It's very overwhelming when you're selling on Amazon. There's so many different products and categories to choose from. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down the top 3 products and categories that I recommend starting with if you're a brand new Amazon seller. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name's Steve. I go by Rake and Profit, and I've been selling on Amazon for over 10 years. Not only have I been selling, but I even taught my 69-year-old mom to do it, and she's been earning $3,000 to $5,000 per month for over a decade. In the last year alone, I've sold over $750,000 worth of products and $180,000 profit. So I can tell you right now, if you're looking to learn how to sell on Amazon, you are in the right place. Now do me a big favor before we get into today's video. If you like making money, smash that like button and let's dive into these 3 products I would recommend as a brand new Amazon seller. All right, let's get into the first product that I recommend new Amazon sellers should start flipping on Amazon as a beginner, and that's books. I'm talking about physical books. There's all different types of books that you can sell, from art books to car manuals to kids books, and even old outdated maps. Believe it or not, some of these can sell for $40, $50, $60 used. Now, there's a couple reasons why I recommend new Amazon sellers start with books, and that's what I want to talk about right now. First off, you can easily find books at your local thrift store, library sales, or even do free book pickups. I mean, think about it. Anytime you go into a thrift store, what do you see the most of? It's either A, clothing, or B, books. The best thing about selling books on Amazon is you can pick them up dirt cheap. Most people think books are trash. When you go into your local thrift store, you can typically buy a book for $1 to $2 to $3. Now keep in mind, 90% of the books that are at a thrift store or a library sale, they're not gonna be worth money. But the cool thing about books is you can actually download a barcode scanner and you could scan the barcodes of books. So mostly every book is gonna have a barcode on the back of it. And all we do is we scan the barcode with an app, and that app, after you scan the book, it'll tell you how much money it's worth and how much it's selling for and how much profit you can make. Now, I'll put some footage on the screen of me at the thrift store scanning books, and I'll tell you right now, it's a lot of fun and there's a ton of money to be made. Now, sometimes when you go to the thrift store, it can be hit or miss because you are having to rely on the thrift stores bringing out books. You're having to rely on donations, and sometimes you can be competing with other resellers. So if there's been a reseller who has gone to the thrift store before you and scanned all the books, you may have some trouble making some money. Now, another thing that I like about books compared to other products on Amazon as a beginner is you can typically, with a brand new account, sell 80 to 90% of the books on Amazon. So again, if you're new, you might not know about this, but on Amazon, there's something called gating and restrictions. And that essentially means that as a new seller, you're not allowed to sell every product, every brand, or every category. Amazon may gate you or restrict you. So essentially what that means is if you're gated or restricted, you're gonna have to buy from a distributor, you're gonna have to gather an invoice, provide that to Amazon, and then they're gonna let you sell it. As I mentioned, when it comes to books, about 80, probably 90% of the books you're gonna be able to sell. Now, some of the books like popular textbooks, you're not gonna be able to sell, and there's actually no way you can even get ungated for them. But I wouldn't worry about those anyways because many of them are counterfeit. So in order to keep your account safe, I would just ignore them anyways. Now, if you do come across books that you are restricted on and gated on that you can't sell, I would highly recommend checking out restrictedinventory.com. If you come across a book that you can't sell, you can actually send it to them and they'll split the profits with you 50-50. I'll tell you right now, the profit margins are absolutely insane when it comes to books. I'll flip nonfiction books. I'll even flip some fiction, but typically it's nonfiction books. The ROI and profits are some of the best when it comes to selling books. Now, if you want to learn more about how to sell books on Amazon, I've actually put together a free 5-day bookselling workshop. Again, it's 100% free, and I'll actually walk you through the entire process of setting up your account, finding books. I'll share a lot more sourcing locations, how to list them, how to ship them, how to grade them, how to analyze them. I'll put a link down below to my free 5-day bookselling workshop at rakeandprofit.com/workshop. It's over 5 hours of free content. So check that out if you want to start selling books. All right, next up, and I'm going to try not to drop these, is good old DVDs. Now, you're probably laughing right now, and you might even consider clicking off this video because you're probably thinking, what does this guy know? I'm here to learn what products to sell. Like, I'm looking for the hottest products. I'm looking for those electronics. I'm looking for the Sony. I'm looking for Nike. And you might think that selling the most popular products is the best, but you'd actually be wrong, okay? Because there's a lot of people selling on Amazon. There's actually millions of sellers. And most people are going after the hot selling, the Sony, the Nike, the most popular items. But the problem with a lot of those items are they're really competitive. There's typically low margins and there's just a lot of competition. So prices can tank and there could just be a ton of issues. That's why I like to sell products like DVDs, okay? You might think, again, DVDs are stupid. Who the heck watches DVDs? Like, that's outdated. But would you believe it if I told you I've sold over 7,500 DVDs in just the last 2 years? Yep. I sell DVDs every single day. But then the next question you probably have is, well, Steve, how much do you sell them for? What are you selling a DVD for? $7, $8, $9? Nope, absolutely not. My average selling price for a DVD is around $40. Now, when it comes to selling books, I only sell books as used because it's kind of a known thing on Amazon not to sell books as new. There's publishers out there who don't like it. You can get your account in trouble. But when it comes to selling DVDs, I'll sell a DVD used and I'll also sell it new. And what I specialize in, and again, I'm just sharing what I do, is selling DVDs as new. Now, you're right, DVDs aren't super popular. You're not gonna see DVDs selling 100, 200, 300, 500 times per month. Most of the DVDs that I sell are only selling maybe 5, 10, 15 times a month. But the thing about the DVDs that I sell, and you can do the same exact thing, go into thrift stores, you could source them off of eBay and sell them on Amazon, you can find them at library sales, Facebook Marketplace. The thing about the DVDs that I'm selling is they're not in the stores anymore. They're rare, they're hard to come across. But as a reseller, you know how to find them. And I'll share some more tactics for how to find DVDs in a minute, but we're going after DVDs that aren't in the stores, that are rare, and are selling for a good amount of money. And guess what? There's not a lot of competition because they're hard to come across. Now, I've sold over 7,500 of them, like I told you, over the last couple of years, so they're not that hard to find. You just have to know where to go get them. A couple places to source DVDs, thrift stores, like I mentioned, library sales, ebay.com. Now, I use a tool called Replay Catcher, and what I do is I upload a huge list of DVDs to Replay Catcher, and then it tracks every single one of those DVDs on eBay. So for example, say I'm looking for DVDs with a 40% ROI that make at least $10 profit. I'll download a huge list of those DVDs. I'll upload them to Replay Catcher, and every single time a DVD becomes available on eBay within that ROI and profit range, it will notify me. I literally log into the software and it literally shows me all the deals that I can purchase. Now, I'll be honest, that's a bit more advanced if you're a brand new seller. I probably wouldn't get into eBay to Amazon right off of the bat because it does take more money, but go to your thrift stores, go to your library sales, download the Amazon Seller app, go to your thrift stores and just start scanning all of the DVDs. Now, an easy way to find DVDs when you go to your thrift store is to just look on the rack for all of the DVDs that are new sealed. Most of the DVDs that I flip nowadays, like I said, are new. There are plenty of used opportunities out there, but just look, like scan the rack when you're at the thrift store and look for the brand new sealed ones and just scan those because many times, more often than not, those are worth really good money. Now, if you do want to sell DVDs on Amazon, you are going to have to get ungated. So if you check the link down below, I'm actually going to share with you a 100% free resource for where to go to purchase 10 DVDs. I'm going to share with you how to mark up the invoice because you're going to have to send that to Amazon. And I'm going to break down the whole entire process for you. It takes about 10 minutes. So if you want that, check the link down below and you'll be able to get ungated in a heartbeat. Now, similar to books, DVDs, most people don't think they're worth money. That's a good thing. Similar to books, the profit margins are really high, but one of the things that I really like about DVDs over books is they're smaller and they're really, really lightweight. So what does that mean? The fees are really low on Amazon, and when you ship it to Amazon, the shipping cost is really inexpensive. Now, regardless, you might be thinking like, is shipping these products to Amazon expensive? It's actually not. Even with books, even with heavier items, it's typically about 30 to 50 cents per pound. So for example, if you're sending in an item that's a half a pound, it might be 15 to 30 cents to ship it. So when you're selling on Amazon, you buy all the products, you put them in a box, and then you ship them to Amazon FBA. They pick it, package, ship it, deal with customer service, and you get paid. The shipping is dirt cheap. But with DVDs, it's even cheaper. Hey guys, and if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to show some support and smash that like button. And let's get into the third product that you should sell as a brand new Amazon seller. All right, so the last product that I want to talk about as a beginner Amazon seller, if you're trying to figure out what to sell, is board games. I love selling board games. Matter of fact, I sell board games as used or new. The only thing is, if you sell a board game as used on Amazon, you're gonna have to sell it under a condition called collectible. I don't know why they make us do that, but that's just the way you have to do it. So if you are gonna sell board games used, you are gonna sell it, under collectible. And if you sell it as new sealed, then, you'll sell that under new. A cool thing that I like about board games as a beginner is when you go to the thrift store, they always have a really big board game section. And similar to DVDs, I do the same thing. I'll look for the new sealed DVDs and the new sealed board games first because they stick out like a sore thumb. And I'll tell you right now, many board games, although this one is used, but it's worth some decent money, when it comes to new board games, they sell for a premium. Now, if you come across a board game that's 5, 7, 8, 10 years old and it's new sealed, a lot of times you could sell those for $50, $60, $70. Now, there are gonna be, abundance of used board games. And again, you'll have to sell it as collectible. But one of the downsides of selling used board games is you are gonna have to make sure all the pieces are in there. So you're gonna have to count all the pieces, make sure all the paperwork, the manual, the instructions, right? All the contents are actually inside of the box for the board game, right? Which could be very time consuming. But a good thing is most people aren't going to do that. So as a new seller on Amazon, you're looking to, make your first couple $100, your first $1,000. Board games is definitely a great way to do that. And as a bonus tip, another great product to sell as well, and you will have to get ungated for this, but it's really easy to get ungated on Amazon, is Lego. All you have to do is go to lego.com, buy 10 keychains, something really, really cheap. They'll give you an invoice, upload that to Amazon, and you'll be able to sell Lego just like that. Now, I am somewhat contradicting myself because you know how I told you before, I like to sell a lot of products that are slow selling, that are, not super competitive, so on and so forth. So Lego is really, really popular, and there are some downsides to it. The boxes could get damaged, so on and so forth. But what I like about Lego items is a lot of times they appreciate, especially if you go after retired sets or you purchase products like, this is the Speed Champions. I actually picked these up in 2020 and I invested probably like $4,000 or $5,000. And each one of these came to about $11.99. And I've held on to them for about 3 or 4 years. And I think this one right here is going for like 40 or 50 bucks now. So you can actually buy Lego, at the thrift stores. I sell Lego as new. I don't know if you could sell Lego as used on Amazon. I don't know if they allow that. I've just always sold new. But you could buy it from thrift stores, garage sales, so on and so forth, and sell it new. Just make sure the box is in really good shape. Or what you can do is you could buy an item knowing it's gonna retire, and many times over a year, 2, 3 years, it will appreciate. So I love selling Lego. Matter of fact, I have a friend who, he has like 1,000 square foot warehouse, and all he does is buy Lego. He sits on it for a couple of years and then resells it all. And I mean, it's a whole system. I'm definitely not that much of an expert when it comes to Lego. I know what I'm doing, but he's on a whole nother level. So there's a lot of opportunities when it comes to Lego. So hopefully you enjoyed some of those product ideas as a new Amazon seller. Hopefully this helps you to figure out what to start selling. And hey, if you want any more help on your Amazon journey, learning how to set up your account, listing, shipping, all of that, you can check out my free 5-day Amazon Bookselling Workshop down below, or you can even check out our community. If you want to shortcut all of that and get results the quickest, check out our membership, which is called resellingfreedom.com. Inside of resellingfreedom.com, we have anywhere from 4 to 6 live coaching calls every single week. We have an entire course, we have workshops, we have different product ideas and categories and leads, and we have a Facebook community. So if you really want to get started and get results the quickest, check out resellingfreedom.com. It's about $1 per day. So, we don't have any multi-$1,000 courses here. It's very accessible and affordable. So we look forward to seeing you inside of there. But with that being said, much love, and let's go make some money.